to The Late Show. I am your host, Stephen Colbert. Let's get straight to it. We don't have any time. We don't have a minute to waste here. It's almost Christmas. I'm busy. You're busy. I got an oven full of snickerdoodles. I got to finish the monologue before the timer goes off. It's just after 6 o'clock as we speak. The full House of Representatives is still debating the articles of impeachment. They haven't voted yet, but I'm about to go on vacation. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it now. Tonight, for only the third time in U.S. history, the House of Representatives voted to impeach a sitting president, Donald J. Trump. Now, there it is. There it is. Lay it out. There it is. Now, again, they haven't actually voted yet, and if we wake up tomorrow and it turns out that I'm wrong, I will issue a sincere apology from Margaritaville. I'm not coming back. I'll give you all the details in this very special installment of Don and the Giant Impeach.
Can you believe it? It's today. It's unbelievable.
Now, like I said, Trump's only the third president to be impeached and the fourth to have articles of impeachment drawn up against him. But here's the thing. I'm 55 years old. 3 of those impeachments have happened during my lifetime. For the fourth one, you have to go all the way back to 1868 and Andrew Johnson, whose Senate impeachment trial was, of course, conducted by Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell. Seriously, guys, move on. Make room for young blood. Today, the House gave themselves 6 hours of floor debate to decide on impeachment. 6 hours? Really? That's a long time to let both sides repeat the same stuff they've been saying for months. It's like having to... There it is. Over and over again. It's like having to listen to your grandfather tell the same story you've been hearing your entire life. Grandpa, no one believes that you did over-the-clothes stuff with Betty Page. Now, in her opening statement, Nancy Pelosi made sure everyone knows she's real sad about this.
Very sadly now, our founders' vision of a republic is under threat from actions from the White House. Sadly, the American people have witnessed further wrongs of the president. Today is a national civics lesson, though a sad one. I solemnly and sadly open the debate on the impeachment of the President of the United States.
But first, sadly, we are solemnly sad about this solemn, sad solemnness that is this sad, sad, solemn, sad day. Sad. That's her, not me. That's her. But the award for the most impeachment take in the House of Representatives goes to Georgia Republican and man whose last name describes him perfectly, Barry Loudermilk. Loudermilk made this comparison.
Before you take this historic vote today, 1 week before Christmas, I want you to keep this in mind. When Jesus was falsely accused of treason, Pontius Pilate gave Jesus the opportunity to face his accusers. During that sham trial, Pontius Pilate afforded more rights to Jesus than the Democrats have afforded this president.
Really? You're going to compare Donald Trump to Jesus Christ? May I remind you, Jesus never had to cut a check to keep Mary Magdalene quiet. I have that right? I have that right.
You got that right. That never happened.
No. Representative Louis Gohmert took a more negative view of the proceedings.
This country's end is now in sight. I hope I don't live to see it.
Wow. It's a bold statement, but it explains his re-election slogan, Gohmert 2020, take me, death. Trump is dumb. Guy's dumb. He's just plain old dumb, baby. Trump is reacting to the impeachment news with his usual calm and measured ranting. Yesterday, he sent an angry 6-page screed directed at Nancy Pelosi, and today, he passed that rant out to every member of Congress inside a massive Christmas card. That thing is the size of a Cheesecake Factory menu, which makes sense since both feature an orange chicken. The card is signed.
I had it before, and the fries.
The card is signed by, let's see, it looks like President Amanamaham and First Lady, what, Jimmy? The president didn't stop with angry screed and comically oversized card, because he also included a second, smaller Christmas card. Cards within cards. It's like a Russian doll, which coincidentally is Trump's Secret Service nickname. That wasn't, that wasn't Trump's only desperate cry for help. This morning he tweeted, "Can you believe that I will be impeached today by the radical left, do-nothing Democrats, and I did nothing wrong? A terrible thing. Read the transcripts. This should never happen to another president again. Say a prayer." Yes, nothing.
Yeah, prayer for me.
Nothing says confidence quite like say a prayer. The state trooper pulls you over, you're completely innocent, so you scream at the other motorists, "Pray for me!"
Wow.
Trump will probably bounce back. According to one former aide, Trump is the most resilient politician the country has ever seen. Okay, not to be all Teddy Roosevelt got shot, but Teddy Roosevelt got shot and then finished the speech he was giving. Trump gets winded carrying an umbrella up a staircase. The aide thinks, this unnamed aide, thinks none of us will be that affected by any of this, predicting we'll just wake up Thursday after this absurd impeachment vote and say, well, that was quite a season 3 finale. What's going to happen in season 4? Yes, exactly. The Trump presidency is just a TV show we all have to live through. I call it The Worst Wing. Now, I missed that show. Love that green velvet. That, what is it, a forest green? Quite mossy. I love it. Once Trump is impeached, the case moves to the Senate, led by a majority leader and clinically depressed scrotum, Mitch McConnell. Had trouble saying his name after that one. McConnell has a simple plan for the impeachment trial. No impeachment trial. But McConnell could lose control of the proceedings, and this is true, if just 4 Republicans vote with Democrats to allow witnesses. One of the likely suspects to grow a spine is Utah Senator Mitt Romney, seen here questioning his life choices. When Romney was asked his opinion on calling additional witnesses, he said, "It's not that I don't have any point of view. It's just that I'm not willing to share that point of view till I've had the chance to talk to others and get their perspectives." Oh, courage. It's just like at the end of the movie when the Romans are about to crucify Kirk Douglas. Then Tony Curtis stands up and goes, "It's not that I'm not Spartacus. I'm just not willing to share whether I'm Spartacus, because first I want to talk to these other guys and find out if any of them are Spartacus." Anyone? No? Okay, I'll sit down. Oh, my snickerdoodles are done. Hold on 1 second. Oh, here we go. Oh, ooh, hot stuff. Ah, there you go. Oh. We've got a great show for you tonight. Charlize Theron is here. But when we return, Rudy Giuliani will join us. Oh, yeah. Come on. Ooh, hot stuff.